All right, guys, good morning. Welcome to our morning note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Actually traveling right now. I'm on the road visiting my wife's family for the holidays. So I'll be here till Wednesday, till tomorrow. Actually, I leave tomorrow. So again, I brought my laptop with me to the hotel so I can do the morning note with you guys. And then I have the live video with our YouTube premium members today. So I didn't get to do one last week because I was out. So I'm gonna do one today with them and one on Thursday with them. So this will be the really well. Tomorrow I leave in the morning, so I'll do a morning note tomorrow to the laptop. But then Thursday after that, I'm good. So keep in mind, Friday the markets are closed. So here we are. Good morning. Good morning. I know you can't see me, no big deal. But the most important thing is you can see the platform and all the charts. So good stuff. Good morning, everybody. Let's talk market, shall we? All right. Let's go ahead and bring up the watch list here. Dow futures up 136 points, new all-time highs. Nasdaq futures up 58 points at 12,891, new all-time highs. And E-mini futures tapped 3750, I believe, new all-time highs as well. Right now, 3743. Russell 2000 was above 2000, but now it's at 1998. Bitcoin is back up slightly, 0.15% on the future side. Crude oil futures up 1.28% at 48.23 a barrel. It is creeping up. Gold futures 1883 an ounce. Silver futures came back down 1% now. VIX right now is down 2.44%, 21.17. The dollar broke the 90 handle. It is now at 89.99, down 0.38%. Euro dollar is up about 40 pips for my Forex people, 122.55, and a dollar yen is at 103.69, down about 9 pips currently. So that's where we are right now. Let me see if I can bring up guys. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, just want to make sure that everyone can see what I'm seeing. All right, so a couple things. Santa rally is still intact. We've been saying that. It's a good thing to see, obviously. We believe that this rally should continue throughout the week, Thursday being the last day of the week. I did send out that watch list for our members yesterday, on Sunday, excuse me. We did catch Apple 136 calls. I still have a runner. I'm in the money on those. Those are for this week. As you can see, Apple's still pushing. It is now 138.40. I'll take a look at with exactly where we are. I do have some QQQ calls with our members as well. They're for next week. I believe we have the, let me go and bring up my phone, make life so much easier for me. If I could bring up my phone positions here. I only have one screen on my laptop, so it's not the easiest thing in the world to swap back and forth. I'm sure you guys understand. QQQ, we have the 315 calls for next week. We are at 314.06 right now on the mark. So we're about, what, 93 cents away from in the money, and we have a whole week next week. I love it. It's going to be able to hit perfectly. We also got into Apple again as well. We got into the Apple, if I can get that going up here on my screen. Apple, we have the 140 calls for next week for January 8th. We saw some great volume, 10% as well. There was also some unusual options activity in Riot. That'll be for next week. And that was the... which one of those, if I can get those here, those are the 20 calls. They had some unusual options activity. I think they can bring up the volume here. Let me see if I can bring it up here. As you can tell, I really use my laptop. Volume, okay, so the volume has been reset, so I can't see the volume there. So, but Riot still looks like it could bounce here. Looks like a little support here right around 15 and a quarter. But again, it's all about Bitcoin, and Bitcoin did fall slightly. Ripple fell as well, as it was delisted by the SEC and was delisted by Coinbase. The SEC considers Ripple a security, but Bitcoin is not a security. They're a currency, and so is Ethereum. So Ethereum and Bitcoin are two different ballgames. So that's where we are. Take a look at E-mini futures together. Again, I have no lines or annotations. You could see that we're getting just a breakout, a beautiful one. 37.47 was the high. We're now at 37.43. Beautiful. Futures team does have long E-mini futures that we played, so we're looking pretty solid on that, and I'm pretty happy where we are. So very good stuff. Blink, I actually bought some Blink yesterday with our investment club. Obviously, it's one of our top 10 stocks 2020, And if we do break 43.45, I'll go ahead and add some more. So let's go ahead and answer some questions if I can bring this up. All right, good morning, good morning. Clarence is asking about Disney. So keep in mind, guys, I have to go back and forth with the screen. So it's going to be a little slower. I only have one monitor right now, so just bear with me. Give me a second with this. For some reason, I was logged out. I don't know what happened there. Okay. Disney. Okay, so Disney looks like it's breaking out. I did see some volume for the 180s for this week, so it looks like it did hit. But the question is the risk for the same week expiry. So it does look very good. If you see some calls maybe for down the line, maybe next week, maybe take a look at the 185s. You should be able to get a continuation. It looks very good. Let's see if I can bring up this deal here. BABA calls. BABA did bounce as well. I did buy the dip on the stock. And you could see I have that alert. I was looking for the 230 break, so to look above 240, 245. So I would take a look at maybe 240 calls and see if we can get a continuation. 240 calls maybe for next week should be a nice little play. I'm going to keep that in my watch list for sure. Let's take a look here. Thoughts on Lumen. I don't know what Lumen is exactly, so I have no idea. I could just take a look at the chart for the most part, but I don't know much about that company. Lumen, again, it's below 10 bucks share. Let's look at the daily. Pretty much just staying in a range, not much going on there, so I really probably wouldn't touch it here unless you really wanted to invest in it. What's a good starting entry on Blink? I already bought some yesterday, so if you wanted to get in, go for it. Morning, Carlos. I know you briefly commented on the podcast, but do you think a Senate is fully Democratic will have a big sell-off due to tax changes? No, I don't think it will be a big sell-off at all. You'll get some kind of movement, volatility, of pullback, but a big sell-off, no. Nikkei 225 all-time high, is there opportunities there for us? No, I don't trade Japanese companies, not for any particular reason other than I just focus on U.S. equities, but it's a good thing to see. The Nikkei did not hit all-time highs. It is high since 1989. In the 80s, it was a lot higher. Thoughts on Triple M? MMM, which is 3M, they are a fine company. The only thing is that you're just getting for dividend. That's all you're looking for. You're not looking for any kind of growth. So again, you're only going to get so much growth on this company. It's a materials company, chemicals company. I like them, but again, if you're just getting a dividend, that's all you're doing for it. So if you're with that, I think AT&T is better off. 3AM is fine, but again, you're not going to get much of growth out of there. Thoughts on Twitter? Let's see. Not going to go back and forth. Bear with me. Twitter. Twitter is on the move, but not much going on. I mean, it is looking like it's coming back up since January 9th boost. 54.69. I don't see anything worthwhile until you break 56. So let's take a look at the daily. Again, the daily is a breakout, but until you break 56, 11, there's not much going on. So let's go ahead and put an alert at 56.05. And if we do get it, then we can go ahead and trade it, or take a look at the volume anyways. So that's already set. Good catch there. All right, what's next? Square, end of January, 250 calls. Yeah, I like Square, but we need to break up 240. If you break 240, which is I have it on my watch list, then I think Square can hit 250. But you need to break 240 first. And I do love this name, of course, it's one of our top 10. And you can see it did fall a little bit, but again, we'll bounce back. Let's see if I could bring up, this is such a pain to go back and forth. This is why I like extra monitors, obviously. Thoughts on Chewy? Chewy, I believe, are you asking? I think Chewy's the what is it? The pet company? I think that's what it is. Chewy. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, Chewy, again, good company long term if you want to go and own it. It's just basically pets.com what it should have been. But Chewy has been growing, obviously. If you like it, go for it. If you're really into pets and you buy your pet food on Chewy.com, I think that's a really good way to go. But again, it's really up to you. I don't own it. I don't plan to buy it. I'm worried about a name like Chewy, where Amazon just takes over and starts doing their own pet supermarket type thing. They're not exactly Amazon proof. The only retailer that's Amazon proof, in my opinion, is really Home Depot. That's the only Home Depot and Lowe's, since I own both. Let's take a look here. Daniel's asking what time frame do you look at? Long term, daily. Always look at the daily chart. Thoughts on Shop? Love Shop long term. I bought the dip on Shop. They're a great company. Expensive on the stock price tag, obviously $11.57. But if you get below 1,000, it's a buy. You have to buy below 1,000. That should be your number in your head. If it goes below 1,000, Shopify is a buy. Absolutely. And I'm talking about the actual stock, like owning it. Thoughts on Amazon? Love Amazon long term. Yesterday, we saw a lot of mega cap stocks moving. Obviously, Apple was in the lead, but Amazon finally breaking out. And again, an expensive name, very hard to trade, obviously, with options. But again, a good name all around. So just keep that in mind that Amazon obviously is an expensive name. So if you're trading the options, it's a very expensive premium. If you just own the stock, just own it and hold it. You don't sell that thing. You just own it. You don't trade Amazon. Amazon is an amazing company. One of our top 10 of 2021, mind you. Let's see. DKNG adding more to the portfolio. Okay, I love DKNG, of course. GM, good morning. What is the entry point for BEEM? I don't know what BEEM is, but let's take a look at it. BEEM, if I bring up the daily chart. I mean, when it comes to an entry point for a stock, it really has to be based on what you want. If you really want the name, just get in. There is no dips here that I see that's going to happen anytime soon. I don't even know this thing. But again, if you want to get in, just get in. Put dips be damned, because you can always buy back in on the dips. Entry point on space. I need a monitor. I hate this. Okay, entry point on space. I have an alert below 20. Below 20, I'm buying. Definitely buying more shares. I own space, so below 20 is a good price to buy some more. Let's see here. CRM long term, absolutely. CRM is a great long term. Thoughts on Pins? Pins is a good company as well. They're nice long term. If you want to own part of social media, all I own is Facebook. But I think Pins is great. PLTR by the dip time. PLTR. Let's take a look at it. I own the name. Again, yesterday a lot of momentum names did not move. It was a rotation out of momentum, like Space and all those names. They didn't catch bids, but the mega cap Amazons, the Apples of the world, the Microsofts of the world did. So PLTR below 22, I'm adding some more shares, definitely. And I'll ask one more question here. Good morning. What do you think of Mara considering BTC run? Mara is another name that you could trade. I don't know about owning it. For that, I just own the Bitcoin myself. But Mara is absolutely. Mara and Riot are the two ones that have been moving. So I like Riot a little more. Again, I've been seeing a lot more volume in Riot. But Mara is not bad. You can always go for that. And one more question to end it. So UVXC pop anytime soon? Yeah, you're going to get some volatility here and there, guys. It's always going to happen. You have the Georgia Senate runoff, I believe January 6th. So again, a lot of moving parts. That's probably the only other risk on the table. And then, of course, Joe Biden being inaugurated January 20th with President Trump still fighting. But again, that's pretty much set up in stone. President Biden will be sworn in. So that's all set. BABA needs to break 230. That's the number. If it breaks 230, I'll take a look at 240. Look, I'm happy I bought the dip. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. I'm going to catch up with our premium YouTube guys today for our video. So I will catch you guys tomorrow for the morning note. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you tomorrow.